The touchline here on Y254 is still on, and we are on for our last segment, the Fan Zone, where we talk about everything that is happening in the world of football, specifically the English Premier League, where at 3:30 today, one of the biggest matches today will be FC Bournemouth welcoming Manchester United at their ground. How is it going to happen there, considering that Bournemouth are just at the 6th place and Manchester are at the 8th place? Can Manchester make it up to the 20th points that where Bournemouth is? It is a big question that we are having here on the touchline. At Y254 channel, at Osoro Robert is everything that we are having and we are enjoying here in studio today. Joining us for the Fan Zone from the far left of my left is Joe Saina, big Manchester United fan. It's a big day for you today, Joe.
Yeah, it is. The weekend fixture against Everton went very well.
Yes.
We are hoping Lukaku, comes back to his form.
Yes.
It's been dipping. I would recommend he doesn't start today again, so that he gets this hunger back. Morata's got it back for Chelsea, so I hope Lukaku can get it back for Manchester United.
Well, a big match today has got to do with these two gentlemen here also, because it is Arsenal versus Liverpool. 13 matches that Arsenal have played, and out of those 13 they have only lost one. So 12 wins for Unai Emery. The other losses that he had to go to Manchester City and Chelsea at the start of the season. But so far now they have done their best. How about that? Xavier, Liverpool, you are here for the matches. Get the mic and tell us how you're feeling for the big match today between Liverpool and Arsenal.
I'm very confident about the game today. I believe we are going to win, and it's also a test for Emery we see if the unbeaten has been real or he has been playing about the small teams.
It is a test for Unai Emery this afternoon. Well, Fred Openda is also here with us today, a diehard Arsenal fan joining us here in studio today. So it is a good run for Unai Emery. Does the Liverpool match look as that big test for
Of course, it's a litmus test for Unai Emery's side. They're playing well. Their front line is firing corners. Aubameyang is joint top scorer with Hazard.
Yes.
We got the shooting boots of Lacazette. We got Torreira in that midfield, doing very well right now. So I think Liverpool coming to the Emirates tonight will be a very good litmus test for this side. I believe Emery has whatever it takes to go past this Liverpool side.
Yes.
Salah has got his shooting boots back, but I think it will be a high-scoring match. Both teams got good firing squads, but Arsenal, the undoing for Arsenal will be maybe that defense. But midfield going forward, they're okay tonight.
Joe, it is a big match between Arsenal and Liverpool today. From your own point of view, how do you make this? Because you see Liverpool, they're actually firing left, right, and center. Arsenal, people are like forgetting where Arsenal was in all this, but they're coming back to where they belong, and they're actually playing beautiful football. What do you make of the fixture this afternoon?
Well, again, it will be a record if Klopp loses to Arsenal.
Yes.
Since he took the management on Liverpool.
Yes.
He has never lost against Arsenal. On the other side, Arsenal are firing on all cylinders. The combination of Lacazette, Aubameyang coming in, Iwobi.
Yes.
His confidence is back. You're looking at the midfield. Unfortunately, Ramsey will go at the end of the season, but again, Ramsey is also playing well. There's an injury to Bellerin, so Liverpool can exploit some of these weaknesses. Definitely, the defense will be the problem for Arsenal.
Yes, actually, they are missing very good defenders. The Arsenal side, you are missing Kolasinac is not on this game today. Monreal is not on this game today. Is there going to be an effect for Arsenal? Is it going to be a big effect, or you think there are other defenders that will be up for the job?
I think they're up for the job. Xhaka has been doing well in that left back, although it sometimes is a liability. But right now he's doing well. I think he'll start at left back again today.
Yes.
We have maybe we'll have Mustafi in that central. The young man is doing very well right now there. Maybe the experienced Liechtensteiner also maybe be coming at the right back if Bellerin is not going to make it. Going forward, that's the only concern for Arsenal. But starting from the midfield, then going forward, I have that confidence in that team. Yeah. Torreira is doing wonders in that. He's the Kante of last season. Yes. Kante's game has dropped this season, but right now Torreira is doing very, very well. Yeah. And then maybe the young man from France should be coming in that midfield again, or Ramsey. And then we have the majestic Ozil.
Last week it was a big thing for Ozil because he had that attitude of not wanting to get substituted. Is it? When you look at it, is it good for him or bad for the team, or what?
It is good. It is good for him, and it is good for the team. You know, no one wants to get substituted. You know, when you're down, you want goals and all, you want to play. That's the attitude of the biggest players in the game. You don't want to go out. You know, it's a good attitude for him. You know, there's this. Let me say, nature of Ozil that people don't understand. He's not lazy. That's his nature. You know, and when he does his thing.
It's well. Like
ask Liverpool.
I don't match your smile.
Exactly.
You can never place it.
Exactly. So I think he's going to start at that number 10 role, and then having Aubameyang and Lacazette, they should be doing wonders in that up front.
Let's look at the stats here, Joe, and actually help me go with the stats of the team here today. And you look at the first half and second half performances between Arsenal and Liverpool. When you look at those stats, it seems that it gives an upper hand for Liverpool in the second half.
Even at the first half, if you look in the first 30 minutes, 7 goals. Again, in the first half, it closes up with 12 goals. Then you look at Arsenal in the second half, 18 goals.
Yes.
Okay. So Una is looking at, can I do my best in terms of countering this counter-attack from Liverpool?
Yes.
Can I hold them? Can I hold them back? Then in the second half, can I do the magic that I've been doing with Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Iwobi?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. If the three don't start, one of them is usually a super sub who comes in. So again, those goals can really help. But that being said, Klopp's, I believe Klopp's weakness today is not even in the defense or in the attack.
That's what I want to ask you. Where do you think the game will be won now? When you look at those stats, when you look at these teams, the way they play, now the game is on, 90 minutes. Where will it be won now?
The game will be won in the midfield. It will be won in the midfield. Torreira versus Henderson. Okay.
Yes.
Fabinho, if he's going to start against Ramsey.
Yes.
The game is going to go on in the midfield. The attackers will do their bit.
Yes.
The defenders for Arsenal have to do more.
Yes.
But the game will be on in those supply chains in the midfield. Whether it's a long ball, whether it's a counter attack, the midfield battle is quite important. When
we ask that ball now, what about the forward line? Because your 3-4 line of Salah, Mane, and Firmino, or the other guy will be coming in. It is a key for Liverpool. Do you think the game will be won in the forward line for Liverpool?
Yeah, exactly. And it depends on the discipline of the Arsenal players, the back line. They really have to be disciplined because Firmino, Shaqiri, Salah, Mane, those are really players who can do magic when it comes to the box. So for the defense for the Arsenal side really has to be disciplined.
Yes.
And also the back line for Liverpool, they've been really solid. The Gomez and Van Dijk have been really solid. So I don't think Arsenal are really going to be a firepower going in front. But if they play well in the midfield, they may win the game. But what I know is Liverpool will win.
Liverpool has not lost to Arsenal, as Joe said it at the start of this conversation, since Klopp took over in this game. Can today be that day? And if it's going to be that day, who will be the key difference makers for Arsenal?
I think it might be that day tonight for Arsenal to beat Jurgen Klopp. The man who is going really to make that the difference in that Arsenal team will be definitely Torreira in that midfield, and then up front I'm looking up to Aubameyang.
Yes.
If he starts or not, If he comes in the second half, fine, we know what he does.
Yeah.
If he comes in the second half, if he starts, we know what he does.
Yeah.
So those are the two players I'm really looking up to, and then I'm also looking up to Xhaka if he's going to start at that left back.
Yes.
And if things are going the way they are going, then that game might be even converted into a left back.
Yeah.
Look at our first choice left
His
back. It's
left is
Monreal.
very good. He scored a thunderous goal last weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's doing perfectly fine. Monreal is aging. You know, Xhaka is still young, and then we have Kolasinac.
Yeah.
Kolasinac, if then it comes to competition between Kolasinac and Xhaka, then I think Xhaka will be able to take that position from Monreal, because the young man Guendouzi is doing wonders in that midfield. Yeah. He's still growing. He's learning.
He's injured today.
Yeah, he's injured today.
Bellerin also.
Bellerin also.
Confirmed.
Ramsey, I think, will be starting today's game alongside maybe Torreira. Yeah. So I think the game in the midfield should be the key factor in this game.
Joe, being the neutral objective party in this conversation, the key players that we'll be looking at in this game, which one will they be? And give us a prediction as we finish this preview of Arsenal-Liverpool.
For me, the key man for Liverpool, again, is Van Dijk. Van Dijk will organize that defense against that stubborn Lacazette mentality or Aubameyang mentality. For me, he'll be the key man for Liverpool. For Arsenal, again, I'm looking at Ozil. When he's in form, when he's in structure, he's unplayable. I saw the game last weekend and I asked myself, how can this guy be so flamboyant in his control of the game? Where has he been? You get? So for me, those are the two key men.
It looked like it's a new player coming onto the Arsenal team.
He's refined. I don't know if Yuna has instilled some confidence in him, but he's refined. His game is brilliant. For me, the scores, I'll give it to Liverpool 2-1.
Wow, the score tonight.
Liverpool 3-0.
Very good.
Because it's against a team that is rebuilding, against a team that is fighting for the title. So Liverpool will automatically win 3-0.
How do you see the score?
I've been on this table and this guy has been always saying, I'm confident. I'm confident. You remember the game Kenya against Ghana? Arsenal, Ghana was going to beat Kenya. How many goals?
5-0.
5-0, right? I'm telling you, tonight you'll be shocked. This game is going Unai Emery's way. It's either a home win or a draw. It's not going an away win. Yes.
Big match that will be coming there this afternoon. Arsenal versus Liverpool. It is one match that everybody will be looking at. The game will be live Kenyan time at 8:30. But before that game, we'll be having many matches. FC Bournemouth versus Manchester United. At 6 p.m., we'll be having 4 matches. That is Cardiff City versus Leicester City, Everton versus Brighton Hove, and then we'll be having Newcastle versus Watford. At late into the night at 10:45, will be Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Tottenham Hotspur. But let's change the conversation a bit and talk about Leicester City and what they went through this week as they are traveling to play Cardiff at 6 p.m. today. Joe, do you think the players will be rejuvenated to play for Leicester City, play for their chairman, the late Visha, or how are they going to rise up from the ordeal that they have gone through the whole of this week?
I was listening to Claude Puel, and he said the Cardiff game is not even about the points. It's about the rejuvenation of this club. It's about the legacy that the chairman had brought. Since 2010, this chairman has given everything, not only to Leicester City as a football club, but Leicester City as the city itself. Donations from schools to welfares to associations. He has been in every imaginable way a part of this Leicester City. The crash, you know, it brought football to a standstill. All of us to a standstill. And we wish them all the best going forward. However, Cardiff won't take this game lightly. Cardiff looking for the points. It's not going to be an easy game for them because Leicester are coming in, you know, with so much morale after what has happened over the week. But for now, Leicester, the best they could do is then pay back what this family has done for the club and get the points and get the morale back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at,
It has to be a very bad year for Leicester City, considering that 2 years ago they were the champions in the Premier League. A very dream start and a dream win for Leicester City. But now it looks like it's a start all over again, save for Leicester.
Yeah, which is going to be difficult. We are hoping that maybe the son can take over, as news have been running that he may be taking over the Leicester teams. What I always advocate for is someone who is managing a club should be like the person we lost. He was able to come and watch matches, support teams, support the society around Leicester. So I'm hoping for the best for Leicester today. When I heard the preview before the game, Vardy was saying today they're playing for their honor, and they are hopeful they win today. So I'm hoping for the best for them.
A legacy lost for football all over the world.
Of course, it was a sad week for Leicester City. Actually, they cancelled their midweek game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think they've really lost a good man of the community.
Yeah.
And it's really maybe going to affect them. You know, losing the chairman has been everything you have heard. Winning the Premier League just a few years after he took over, then it's really going to affect the Leicester City club and the Leicester City as a community. But then coming to the field, I don't think it will really affect the performance. If these players are going to struggle for the points, to work for the points, as Vardy said, then they'll be able to get the points. Today, I think, will be a good test for them. Mentally and all that, and I hope they win, because it will be really a morale boosting victory for them. So today, hopefully they win, and then they'll get back on track performance. Not really on management wise, because now they have to go back to the drawing board and all that.
Well, it is a big match for Leicester this afternoon at 6 p.m. That is Cardiff City welcome Leicester City to their ground. It is a first match for Leicester since what happened to their chairman, and the question will be, it is a start all over again for Leicester City. How are they going to cope after what happened? But football, remember, brings everybody together. If you're just joining us, you are watching the touchline here on Y254. It is the fan zone, and it's all about the discussions of matches that are happening this afternoon. The early kickoff today is at 3:30 p.m. Kenyan time. It is FC Bournemouth versus Manchester United. A big match, considering FC Bournemouth is actually on top of Man United. Joe, how do you look at that match? FC Bournemouth are actually performing very well at the first half of the season, better than Manchester United themselves. And you look at the Manchester, their run so far coming on to this match, they look well placed to beat Bournemouth, but it's not a definite yes. How do you look at this match this afternoon?
I think if you look at it from hindsight, consistency from Eddie Howe's Bournemouth team has been critical for the past 3 seasons. I remember when they came up, and everyone was like, they're going to go back down. Eddie Howe has made some few signings, not screaming signings in terms of the transfer budget. He's been consistent in his tactics and his players. He's really molded that team around the mentality that we can survive in the Premier League. Okay. Now you take that mentality and go to a team called Manchester United that is, you know, at a point, it's like a break point. You know, we need the points. This team needs to survive. We want to finish top in the top 10, while Manchester United wants to finish in the top 4, hopefully top 3. It's a win. It has to be a win for Manchester United today. And that being said, again, the game against Everton was very important, because we saw that Manchester United can still play without Lukaku. They can still play the counter-attacking freestyle football that we are used to Manchester United from the past 5 seasons ago. Again, that fast-paced game whereby you have Lingard up front, you have Martial, and you have Rashford, okay, and Mata just sitting behind them as the attacking midfielder. That supply chain, that threat is evident today, and it needs to come out. However, we need to sort out the midfield. Midfield, I think for me, is still a problem. Matic is there, yes. Pogba is coming into the game again, just like Ozil. When Pogba is on form, he's unplayable.
Good question you have brought there from last week, and latest news coming in is that Romelu Lukaku has been dropped from this game. How do you think this will affect Manchester United?
Maybe going forward, the strength of Romelu Lukaku is always important when they are playing the high balls, when they need the second balls. That's where Romelu Lukaku comes in.
Yeah.
But in terms of being clinical, he's not really performing.
Yeah.
With Manchester United, they are really a good team. What has been a problem is playing the same team week in, week out. They are not playing the same team. He keeps on changing the team. He doesn't have his best 11.
But for the last 3 matches, there's actually
yes,
stuck
for the
with
last
one
3
team.
matches, he's been playing the same defense, which is actually working, playing the same team. So, and also the management between Marshall, Pogba, and the coach is also starting to work. They're starting to have a good relationship, which is a good thing for Man United.
Yeah.
So I think Romelu Lukaku is not really a loss because Man United really plays with the midfield. So if the midfield is clicking, they'll automatically win.
Fred, it came out actually recently that the former first team coach Ren Mulestein, who was the first team coach to Sir Alex Ferguson's side, when they were going to sign Romelu Lukaku, he actually told the Manchester United team that Romelu Lukaku is not a Manchester United striker.
Okay, you can't really say that because Lukaku is not 30. He's still growing.
Yeah.
Anyone can become a Manchester United player.
No, but what he was saying is, what he was saying. Thank you. Yeah, what he was saying is, he doesn't have the quick reflexes of the qualities of a Manchester United striker. He doesn't have the quick thinking. He's a one-sided leg player. And now compare him to the former Manchester United strikers, the likes of Andy Cole, the likes of Dwight York, recently Dimitar Berbatov, Wayne Rooney. Where does Lukaku come in that category?
One thing I hate is this, that when a player is not performing, then you say he's not a Manchester United player. Look at Lukaku last season.
Yeah.
You look at his stats. He did very well. But right now, I think that his game is a bit down. He needs to be dropped, as Mourinho is doing. Yes. He needs to know that he's not the only one who can play in that centre-forward position. Right now, the young men in Martial and Rashford are really playing well. Let him sit on the bench, and then the young players can give him competition.
Sanchez is the one replacing him on the side today.
I like that idea, but Mourinho's game plan then has not been on Sanchez's side. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored many goals in 3 matches than Alexis Sanchez's whole Manchester United career. Yes, of course. Of course, because this is not the Sanchez we knew. This is not the Sanchez we knew. He needs to really, I guess he starts at centre forward, which I really don't think Mourinho will do. Because you remember when tried to play Sanchez at centre forward, and it worked for some time for him. Let him try something else with Sanchez, and then I think that forward line maybe might be rejuvenated without Lukaku. But again, then it brings a question: for how long is Lukaku is going to sit on the bench? Because these young men are playing well. Then you can't just bring someone out of nowhere and then drop the young men who are really working hard for the team.
Joe, I will come to that question back later. Is this the man management style of Jose Mourinho coming into play when a player is not performing? Because we saw it work with Luke Shaw, gives you that cold shoulder, throws you to the wolves, then you rejuvenate yourself and come back into the game. He did that to Anton Martial, saw what happened, and now you see how he's performing. Today, actually, Lukaku is not even on the side. Last week he was dropped from the side. He came on from the bench against Everton. Today, he's not even on the team. He's not even on the substitute bench. Is that Mourinho working his magic on him?
Well, everyone has an opinion on this. And for Lukaku, if performance is not there, you signed a contract. You need to score goals, assist in scoring goals, or make attempts. All right? Bottom line as a striker. If you're not doing 2 of the 3 there, there's a problem. So what do? You get dropped, you go back to the field, work hard as possible, get subbed again at some point, and work your magic, just like Fred has said. So man management is important.
Yes.
As a manager,
Yes.
you know, they need to understand that you're the manager
Yes.
of this club. It's working very well with Sarri right now in Chelsea.
Yeah.
No big heads. No, David Luiz is not coming up saying, oh, no. Morata is not saying, I'm not playing. When it comes to your turn, as long as you're performing, it's going to happen. And the same thing that will happen to Lukaku.
Yeah.
And Lukaku needs to understand that it's not the manager hating on him.
Yeah.
It's not the club hating on him. The club needs to pick up points.
Yeah.
You need to pick up your form. Give yourself some time.
Yes.
And then come back afterwards.
Yeah.
It's worked for Luke Shaw. It's worked for Martial. I hope it works for Sanchez.
Yeah.
And then now Lukaku. But unfortunately, how many people can you be benching in a season so that something works?
Now, for one player who has been performing week in, week out since Manchester United started coming up has got to be Victor Lindelof. What do you make of him so far?
Well, he was a surprise signing. At that time, it was either we signed Toby, it was either we signed Casemiro from Real Madrid as a defensive midfielder. Yeah. And then after all those big names have been dropped, we come up with Victor Lindelof. And you're like, okay.
Who is this guy coming in?
You know? But he's picked up his game. Again, his partnership with Smalling is working well.
Yes.
Bailey has some work to do to come in. Yeah. Phil Jones has some work to come into that defense. Marcus Rojo is still recovering. So Lindelof is doing a good job. Is he top player material? Can we put him in the same category as Toby Adewale? No.
He's still maturing.
He's still maturing. He's not a Van Dijk yet.
Yes.
And we need to be patient with him. At the same time, he needs to understand that he needs to grow his game.
Yes.
At a club as big as Manchester United, you can't just remain on the fringes. You can't just be saying, you know what, I'm in the biggest club, one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'll just do my best and make sure I get clean. I get into the game. You need to do more. Yeah. You need to do more. You need to own that space. Smalling is doing it. Smalling looks to me like a new Rio Ferdinand. Yes. Can Lindelof be a Vidic, Nemanja Vidic? Can he?
But
those names, can
he get the line of jab stop? Can you come to that level of jab stop?
I think that's the challenge.
He's showing the glimpses, but he's got a long way to go.
He has a long way to go, but again, with maturity, with more practice, he can get there.
Yeah. Big one coming up for Manchester United there today versus FC Bournemouth. Let's see how Manchester United is going to play this one before they head for the Champions League week, and it's a return one against the older lady of Turin, that is Juventus. Also, a big match coming tonight will be Tottenham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Tottenham, it was a sneaky peek rumors going around the dressing room and also coming out from the Tottenham media that Mauricio Pochettino is actually planning to Manchester United or Real Madrid. Will that affect them?
No, I don't think that will affect them. It has always been the news in the transfer news, week in, week out, that Pochettino should be going to Real Madrid or coming to Manchester United. So I think the players are used to it. And I think actually the players play for Pochettino most of the times.
Yes.
So I don't think the rumors are true. I think Pochettino will stay in Tottenham.
Yes.
What he really needs to do with the board is get new players, because he only has the first 15 or first 13 players. He doesn't have a bench. So he really Tottenham really have to sign new players, because it's really taking a toll on them. That's why Harry Kane is not clicking as he's supposed to click.
Let me ask you, Fred. Is it that we, the media, and some people outside there are putting too much pressure on Tottenham to perform in the level of the big four, yet they are not in that level?
I hope the caliber of the coach, the tactics of the coach at Tottenham, then they're really working well for him right now. They should be competing in the top four. Not really. We are not exaggerating anything. They are playing well. Ask Manchester City, ask Liverpool and all that. Ask the Arsenals. They know the Tottenham is playing a top game. But there's this thing missing in that team. It's called the X factor. When you have an X factor in a team, then it brings out a difference. I think the rumors might be true that he might be leaving Tottenham, because he's tried everything. He's really played well and all that, but he's not been able to come up with a trophy or something.
Yeah.
You know, a coach also takes pride when he wins something.
Yes.
You know, and these two clubs, Real Madrid, United, gives the manager a good platform to maybe win something in a season or something. So I think he might be really thinking of quitting Tottenham.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else can come out, can come up to the Tottenham team and maybe bring that X factor which is not there.
Yeah.
Or maybe they go back to where they were. But right now, Mauricio Pochettino will be really, really interested maybe in joining United or the wars at Real Madrid.
That is our next conversation here on the touchline on Y254. It is the fan zone. It's Joe Saina here talking to us on everything matters football this afternoon. We have got Xavier Mulaku, a Liverpool fan, also talking to us, and also Fredo Penda. It is a big day today. Arsenal versus Liverpool will be the highlight of the weekend in that match. But also don't forget Tottenham also versus Wolverhampton Wanderers at 10:45. Before we go to the Real Madrid conversation, Joe, Kevin De Bruyne. First you have got the right knee injury. Now you come back into play. The left knee is also making you out for five to 6 weeks. This is bad for Manchester City, but how bad it is for Kevin De Bruyne?
I think in the beginning of the season, we sat here and I told you that Riyad Mahrez is going to be a super sub.
Yes.
I really stand corrected because he's coming to that team. He's not playing in the same position as De Bruyne, but sometimes he can shift back and forth. And I think that's adequate cover right now for Manchester City. De Bruyne is a brilliant player. 6 weeks he'll be out. You know, once he comes back again, the game is every time the game is getting faster. The game is changing. It's evolving. Pep Guardiola is coming up with systems that are out of this world. Okay, so look at the defense. 24-year-olds, Laporte and Stones, holding that defense. Company and Otamendi not seeing a game. So for De Bruyne, he has to go, figure out, let him get better from the injury, come back into the squad, slowly build up. Again, not to push himself so much to start, asking the big questions like, when can I get my first start? Just recover first of all.
Because City have
you're a
depth.
quality player, and City have depth, but you're a quality player, and there's no Pep is going to sell you. There's no Pep is going to start saying, you know what, because this guy is injured, he can't play for the rest of the season. No. He's in good hands. And Manchester City right now are in good hands. It's a team that I am at admiration. It's brilliant. It's
a brilliant team to watch when they're playing football.
I think, as Joe has just said, I remember also in the same show telling you that Riyad is not coming to be a first 11. He's a sub. And trust me, when De Bruyne is back into his best, then Riyad Mahrez will realize that. We got a quality. Okay, right now Manchester City have a good cover in their team, every position, mostly in every position they have good cover, and Riyad Mahrez is doing that in that wing. Now it is not really a problem for Manchester City. It's now the issue of De Bruyne getting back his fitness. Once he gets back his fitness, Pep Guardiola knows who De Bruyne is. He will give him time, come back, train a little bit, and then come back to the side. And then Riyad Mahrez will definitely drop back to the bench. Okay, he's playing well, not denying that, but he'll definitely go back to the bench.
That's all for the English Premier League. Now let's shift gears to everything that happened on El Clasico last week, where Barcelona thrashed Real Madrid by 5-1. Xavier, did you imagine that happening?
That was really poor from Real Madrid, and I could not imagine them winning with that margin without Messi. It was just impossible. And also I expected Bale to also perform on that day. And in Real Madrid, we keep on crying, Bale, 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 Bale. You were signed at a very huge fee. So far, you've been Real Madrid, we've not seen anything you've done. So I think the coach was not the problem. And also the players were not the problem. It was not just working for them. So I don't know what it was not just working. It was just not working.
Joe, when looking at that game, and before the game, you saw the dad to Lopetegui come out and say, you stole 50 goals from my son and you have not replaced the 50 goals as Cristiano Ronaldo left. You look at the game. Is it the players who are not taking the manager's tactics? They were like, we can play better? Or is it the coach who never knew what he was doing against a superior Barcelona side?
It was the coach who never knew what he was doing against a mid-card Barcelona team.
Yeah.
Again, Messi was not in that game. The game was won in the midfield. The Arturo Vidals, the Rakitic, those are the guys who won the game. If you look at, there's a midweek fixture after the manager was sacked and Solari came in. He changed the tactics to a 4-4-2. And they won. And you sit here and you start asking yourself, was it the previous manager's problem? Yes, it was. I believe he did not get that dressing room right. I believe tactically he was not astute. Okay.
Yes.
The way Modric was playing under Zidane and the way Modric has been playing, it's not the same. It's not the same Modric we saw even in the World Cup.
Yes.
We have been having this argument. They need another striker. Benzema is not the best striker in the world.
Yes.
Sorry. They should have signed Lewandowski a long time ago and getting over and done with. Bale is coming in from the right hand side. Now he's being played sometimes as a striker.
Yes.
Bale needs to understand Cristiano is not there anymore. He needs to pick up his laces. He needs to tie up his laces and get his boots back in and play like the Bale we knew played for Tottenham against Inter Milan and obliterated that team. That's what we need from that Real Madrid team. They need to invest in a defender. Ramos is getting old. Okay? He still has the heart of a Real Madrid player, but age is catching up to him.
Fred, it is not only the coach that Real Madrid wants, it is the players also that they have to sign and bring in. Because you look at Real Madrid, Modric is aging. I think the youngest they have there is Casemiro right now. Kroos is also heading to his early 30s. It is the whole department of Real Madrid that is going to change. What do you make of it?
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. There needs to be a whole overhaul of the team. But saying that, then Lopetegui didn't get his tactics right, as Joe is saying. You know, you're the manager of a club.
Yes.
You can't go 6 games without winning a game and then you expect people to smile at you. You know, the manager from the side B team is coming up 1-0. There are rumors that Conte is going to sign a contract with them, but then
even Benitez.
Even Benitez. Yeah, you know, maybe what this coach didn't get well is the dressing room and his tactics. You know. Lopetegui's father, was right to say that, you stole 50 goals away from my son, which you didn't replace. He's right, yes. But when you don't have these 50 goals, what do? Midfielders are scoring goals, wingers are scoring goals, and all that. So I think the tactics for Lopetegui were off. Against Barcelona, they were awful. And I knew, I told my boys, this game, Real Madrid is going to lose badly because they were not really performing and you're going to the Camp Nou, right? You know, you can't win at Camp Nou with such kind of performance. Messi was on the bench, actually not on the bench, he was injured. Then Messi was not there. They didn't have that reason that Messi was not there so that we are not going to win. You know, you can't say that Ronaldo was not there.
Rise to the occasion.
Exactly. Bale should be rising to the occasion right now because he is now on the spotlight. He's the most senior player right now on attack-wise. Benzema is off.
Xavier, if there was a coach you were to give Real Madrid today, who would it be?
Pochettino. They only need a coach who can manage the players.
They need a coach who can manage players.
Look what Pochettino has done with Tottenham.
Yeah.
They really need a coach like Pochettino. But unfortunately, I'm sure Pochettino is not going out of Tottenham.
Finally, Joe, if you are Florentino Perez today, what could you change for Real Madrid?
Getting a tactical coach, getting Pochettino. Unfortunately,
if there were 5 players in the market for January, who will you go for?
Well, I'll go for Lewandowski definitely in attack. I would go for Van Dijk or Toby at the back. And in the midfield, I would go for, again, I know this will seem weird, but I'll go for Arturo Vidal if he's in the market. Because that midfield needs some sustainability. I'll also go for Hazard. There's been this rumor always because when Hazard comes in,
Yeah.
Bale will up his game or he'll touch the bench for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I think those 4 players for me would work very well. Yeah.
Wow. So, which match will you be keeping your tabs on today?
My team. we are beating them automatically.
Yeah, sure.
I'm very sure.
The scoreline
3-0.
You're still sticking with that match. It's the one you're keeping tabs on.
I know, of course, and then maybe the late night fixture between Tottenham and Wolves. I keep telling you, my friend, let me tell you. Look, this is not a game you're going to say you're going to. When was the last time you beat Arsenal 3-0 at the Emirates?
Let him stay there. Joe, which match will you be keeping tabs on?
There'll be 2 matches, Manchester United versus Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And West Ham versus Burnley.
Yeah.
Why West Ham versus Burnley?
Yeah.
It will be a match to to see how we can come back and deal with this whole idea of Burnley has been a survival team. Again, they finished last season, I think, was it 5th or 6th?
Yes.
They actually qualified for the Europa
League.
Yes. And then now West Ham under Pellegrini, he's trying to instill the Manchester City type of gameplay, but the players are not gelling in. So that would be a cracker to watch this season. Yes.
Well, that's where we leave it here today for the touchline. Hope you have enjoyed everything. Joe Saina, a diehard Manchester United and a football journalist here in the country. Xavier Mulaku, Liverpool fan, and he's sure Liverpool is going to win 3-0, but Fredo Penda thinks others. The question he asked, when was the last time Liverpool won at Emirates 3-0? It's just been a pleasure having you here for the touchline. I'm Robert Osoro. Good afternoon.